Well, congratulations to New York City. You've done yourself proud. You've elected the first Muslim mayor in America. Wow, 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 wow. I'm sure that's all going to turn out just fine. Just fine. I mean, you saw what happened to London. We all want that, right? Anyway, best of luck, guys. There's been a few things that have come out of this, though. Immediately, they started saying about the coverage. They started criticising the coverage from Fox News. They said that Fox News called Mamdani's speech aggressive because he talked about free buses and childcare. That's why they called it aggressive, I'm sure. You know what's actually aggressive? Letting billionaires okay, so the billionaires and the millionaires. Okay, yeah. That seems to be the framing, isn't it? All the time with the left. Go after the millionaires and the billionaires. Ignore the stabbings and the murders and the rapes. Just, keep concentrating on those billionaires. Anyway, let's see what the coverage was like.
Regret be that this day took so long to come.
Whoa, Liz. Now, that was a new tone. That's the polarization you're talking about. It was aggressive in that victory speech, not what we saw on the campaign trail.
Interesting, right? Kind of interesting. Immediately they shift to him being more aggressive, as though he's changed somehow. And you might be thinking, well, that's just Fox News. They do that. They gaslight people all the time. Well, no, it's CNN as well.
I think he missed an opportunity. I think the Mamdani that we saw on the campaign trail, who was a lot more calm, who was a lot warmer, who was a lot more embracing, was not present in that speech. And I think that Mamdani is the one you need to hear from tonight. There are a lot of people trying to figure out, can I get on this train with him or not? Is he going to include me? Is he going to be more of a class warrior, even in office? I think he missed a chance tonight to open up and bring more people into the tent. I think
What, a Muslim? A Muslim failed to open up and be more inclusive? Wow, so shocked.
Tone was sharp. I think he was using the microphone in a way that he was almost yelling. And that's not the Mamdani that we've seen on TikTok and the great interviews and stuff like that. So I felt like there's a little bit of a character switch here where the warm, open, embracing guy that's close to working people was not on stage tonight. And there was some other voice on stage.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, that's kind of interesting as well, isn't it? So it's not just the people on the right saying that there was an active shift, but let's not take their word for it. I've got a couple of clips here. We'll go through them and see what kind of tone there was. What does this say? Call to activism. The conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate. Oh, okay, he's just repeating what he said. Let's see what he says.
The conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate.
Yeah.
I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older.
I don't know what that means. Work it out in the chat.
I am Muslim.
Cheering that is just so stupid, guys. It's so stupid. Just look at what is happening to England. Honestly, these people are like sheep. They're rabbits. They're lemmings jumping off the cliff.
I am a democratic socialist.
That's not good. That's not good. Why are you cheering that? That's awful.
And most damning of all, I refuse to apologize for any of this.
Oh, okay, so he's arrogant as well. Look at them cheering it. It's mental, honestly, guys. I'll never understand the madness of crowds, honestly. There's another clip here. Let's see if this one's different.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants.
Okay, everyone listening to this, he's not talking about white people, okay? And white people built America. I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm so tired of this argument. The immigrants did not build the world, guys. They had shithole countries, and we went there and we gave them civilization. And then we opened our borders. They came into our countries and started claiming everything for themselves. And listen to this. He's not inclusive at all. He's not inclusive at all if you're white.
Powered by immigrants. And as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Sounds like a takeover to me. All these fat lesbian women jumping up and down here, cheering their own surrender. Like me. He's just looking at them thinking, you absolute morons. You are the dumbest people in the world. All right, well, what else does he say? Here's another one. 2 minutes long. Oh, that's loud. 2 minutes long.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
People are cheering nonsense. They're cheering nonsense. He could literally say anything and these people would just fucking explode. Ah, Donald Trump! Hula hoops are not very nice. Donald Trump! The colour yellow makes me slightly queasy. Fucking idiots. Turn the volume up. Rapturous applause for 30 seconds. It's fucking mental, guys. These people can vote and they're voting against your interests. They're voting people into positions of power that don't like you, that are very divisive, that believe that they need to protect and stick up for their people, which are not your people. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Turn the volume up. Fucking Jesus Christ.
We will hold back landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York.
You see, the thing about increasing workers' rights is it's a double-edged sword. If you give more rights to the worker and the worker becomes more powerful than the employer, it becomes very difficult to fire people. And you do need to fire people because a lot of people, especially on the left, the lazy bastards, they take the piss. They are happy to work at home and do almost no input to the job. They're quite happy to be a toxic element in the workplace, creating division with identity politics and DEI hiring and things like this. So it becomes very difficult to get rid of these people. But, you know, okay, some people need protections. And I agree that people should have some protections when it comes to work, you know, having the security of knowing that you can't be fired on a whim. I think 3 months notice is fine. But when it comes, I think what he's talking about, especially with forming unions and doing all this stuff, is just giving more power to the unions. The individual employees probably not going to have that much of a change in their lives, but the unions themselves, they'll have huge amounts of power, which means they've got a huge voting bloc and they're all going to vote for this guy because he's giving them stuff. So when he's talking about workers' rights, just be careful, guys, because he's probably not really talking about workers' rights. He's talking about locking in his vote for the rest of time, like Sadiq Khan. Once they're in, you can't get them back out.
Will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants.
That does not look like a happy face guy. That looks like a guy who has a vendetta.
And as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Imagine any other country in the world flipping out and celebrating because someone that wasn't born there, shouldn't be there, has took control and took power. Just doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. The gaslighting and indoctrination that has been perpetrated on white countries is pretty impressive. It's impressive. It's horrifying, but it's pretty impressive. All right, so that was it. He didn't actually say anything, just a lot of nonsense and a lot of cheering by the sycophants. But sure, okay. What about this? Oh, they think we're racists. Well, of course they do, especially Mukhtar, who is an absolute piece of shit. Proper race grifter. Anyway, Matt Walsh, a third world communist, won in New York because New York is a third world city now. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's not part of America. That is not an American city anymore. That is a foreign state within the United States. This is mass migration working exactly as intended. It isn't more complicated than that. Yeah, I fully agree with that. It's the end of the plan. The plan that was in place, it worked. They've got a Muslim mayor in New York. One of the most powerful positions that you can have. Not good, guys. And well, we'll see moving forward. But I did find it interesting that one of the things that they did was they made it about Israel versus Palestine, which I predicted long ago that you just should stay the fuck away from. It's all a play to divide people. It's all a play to get these people in power. It's so blindingly obvious that it's just, I don't know what to say to everyone. Identity politics mixed with religion is probably not a good idea. I'm just going to say that, guys. It's probably not a good idea.
Israel versus Palestine. Which side will they make you take? A Jew or Muslim, good or bad? You just made your first mistake. Don't let them make you simple with their webisms of guilt. Their holy wars are not our fight stand. Protect the home we build. Israel or Palestine? Israel or Palestine? Israel or Palestine? I got it. From my mum's basement. I'll save the Holy Land by updating my X-profile bio sign.
My name is Rabbi David Feldman. I'm with Neturei Karta International. We are standing here on the steps of New York City, City Hall. And we are here while we are unfortunately seeing this terrible intimidation against candidate for mayor here in the city, Mr. Mamdani. And this is disturbing to so many Jewish people. This harassment and these
I agree. And this is the thing. In the media, they portrayed this as Israel versus Palestine. But you've got Jews, like these Orthodox Jews coming out here in support of Mamdani, which is a bit weird. I'll be honest, guys. It is a little bit sus that the Jews are coming out and supporting a Muslim mayor. I'm just going to put that out there. I think that's a little bit fishy. And again, you can see that he's obviously had lots of meetings with these people. It's not like he's set himself up as the enemy of Israel or the enemy of Zionism or the enemy of Jews. He seems, to be getting on with them almost as though, might have been, supported by them all along. You honestly don't know what goes on behind the scenes, guys. Any kind of conspiracy could be true. Any kind of power play could be true. You just don't know where people's allegiances really lie. I have no idea of Mamdani's background, and most people don't, because he's only been in the USA 7 years. He's been in the United States 7 years, and he's telling Americans, yeah, this is our country now. This is our city now. This is our city, and its leader, well, doesn't like you very much. He's a foreigner. I'm a foreigner, and I'm running the show now. That's not a very nice thing to say when you come to a country, is it? And then you've got Midi Hussein, who's another race grifter, another Muslim. Really not a very nice guy. Really not a very nice guy at all. His career was doing awful in England because everyone realised what a piece of shit he was, so he fled to America. Got some news programs, some news gigs in America, continued to just eat like a fat fuck. And as you can see, that is probably the most successful thing he's done.
Let me say this. The billionaires spent a ton of money to stop Zoran Mamdani. And tonight is not just a defeat for Andrew Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa. It's a defeat for Bill Ackman. It's a defeat for Reed Hastings. It's a defeat for Michael Bloomberg. It's a defeat for James Murdoch. It's a defeat.
Sure, okay, right. It's the billionaires and the millionaires. They're the bad guys. Ooh, everyone, let's concentrate on the billionaires and millionaires. But secretly, that guy knows it. All of the Muslims know it. That's a victory for Muslims, okay? This is a victory for them, and they know it. They're not going to say it because, well, that would be giving the game away, wouldn't it? But they know it. Everyone knows it. You can see here, guys, they know it. It's just the people. It's just the Karens, the fat Karens and the lesbians, like jumping up and down, going, oh, he said, turn the volume up, right? He's criticised Donald Trump, I'm going to lose my fat mind, right? But no, these guys know what's up. This is what's up. That doesn't look very diverse, guys. That looks like a very concentrated set of people.
Stop that.
Where's the diversity? This is what it's about. They know what it's about. You can see that in their faces. Look at them. They know this is a victory for Islam. That's it. Anyone that disagrees with that is probably retarded. Here's another one.
Sharia law starts now.
Sharia law starts now. You see, they know, guys. They know what they're doing. They're playing you for the fool that you are. And celebrate your diversity, celebrate your multiculturalism until they gain power, and then you'll find out that it was never about that in the first place. Never about that at all.
Very simple. No integration, no multiculturalism, no diversity, no tolerance. I got my own deen, you got your own deen.
This isn't my opinion, guys, okay? This is what they say. This is what they say openly. This is what they talk about behind closed doors. It's just, you can be a willful, ignorant loser if you want. I'm not going to stop you. It's a free world, right? Free country. But I'm just saying, if you want to celebrate diversity and all this bullshit, please understand that there might be an ulterior motive. And I would just say straight away, what's worse? Ignoring that there might be an ulterior motive and just going, well, fuck it, let's see what happens. Or being careful and taking steps to make sure that you're not tricked out of a country. I mean, I'd rather just be a bit careful, especially when you learn of things like taqiyya.
Big Mom Donnie is practicing taqiyya.
1,000%. 1,000%.
He's presenting
the Muslims are laughing at you guys. Like, this is the funniest thing. Like, dude, give it 50 more years, entire New York's gonna be Muslim, and then before you know, there's gonna be Sharia courts, and then like y'all are. It's like shooting yourself in the foot. Like I can't even believe. And like you see Europe, you look at Europe, it's happening right now, and then you're like, oh, let's just do it here in New York. Like it's like no, like you have to stop. Like obviously taqiyya is working, and they're doing an amazing job at it, and they're fooling everyone. Like, and all the Muslims are like so happy that's happening. Like it's
again, guys. Like look at this, right? They know. Look how happy they are. They know exactly what they're doing. It's just the stupid liberals are stupid liberals. I don't know how we solve that problem, guys, because they can't be educated. They're indoctrinated and they're locked in. So I don't know how we're gonna solve that problem. But the liberals are giving away this country. The liberals are giving away the West to the barbarians. They're opening the doors of Toledo.
This is the best thing that could happen in Islam, and he's gonna win because we're too stupid. Like no matter how many times ex-Muslims will say taqiyya is a real thing, they are lying to you. They will take over within 100 years. No one's going to listen because we just assume that our God is the same as their God. We just assume that their God will tell them not to lie, but their God tells them to lie. That's the difference.
To give before the conquest. And they strive in the sake of Allah, and they fight in the sake of Allah. Allah says that in the Quran. They're higher level. But the point is that victory is coming, guys. And so this is your chance to be part of the conquest, of the victory. This is the real thing here. Jahidul mushrikeen, the hadith says. The hadith says, Jahidul mushrikeen bi anfusikum wa amwalikum wa
Oh, fuck off. I'm sure he said lots of weird, stupid words. Anyway, let's have a look at what this girl says. Let's try and hammer home the point.
Mamdani won yesterday because the education system failed my generation. 75% of voters under the age of 30 supported Mamdani. And there are essentially two types of people in this group. First, there are the people who actually hate America and want to destroy it. You know, the ones they're chanting globalize the Intifada, want to assassinate everyone who makes more money than them, and think it's a tragedy that the Soviet Union collapsed. Then there's another group of people, probably the majority of people, who see that there are legitimate issues with New York City, but the education system has failed them so miserably that they have no idea how to fix it. Like, yes, New York City is extremely expensive, and government policy is...
You start deporting people. That'll fix it. Start deporting people.
Largely what has made it that way. So of course someone who comes in and says, well, everything's just going to be free, sounds great to people.
It sounds like there's different levels of retardation. You've got the proper retards that are not educated and also stupid. And then you've got the retards that are slightly educated, but they believe in fantasies. And you've got the other retards that just hate the West and want to burn it down. For some reason, they think that the world will be better if we get rid of all of the people that made the inventions. And I don't know.
People who are rightfully concerned about prices, but don't know anything about economics or history. But government-controlled rent, grocery stores, and healthcare are not going to make these issues better. Because once the rich people that the Mamdani voters hate so much either leave the city completely or run out of money for the government to take, they're going to first have to deal with lower quality of services and then shortages. And this is all so frustrating for those of us who have either read a book about this stuff or who are even paying attention to what's happening in, say, our own country, in like California, or who are paying attention to other countries that have gone down this path, like Venezuela or Cuba. But what's most concerning...
Or the UK.
To me isn't necessarily the economic issues, even though those are going to be an issue. The bigger concern for me is the growing number of people who know what socialism is and know what it leads to, but they want it for America because they hate America and want to destroy it. And the majority is giving them what they want. Because it's not just the economy that politicians have access to, they also have access to the education system and law enforcement. And with access to these parts of our society, they can intentionally make things worse and then point to things getting worse and say, look, the American project was always doomed to fail. Mamdani is the product of a cycle where people who want America and the West destroyed are creating an environment where they can easily manipulate the ignorant majority into supporting these policies that are going to actively destroy the country. Remember that desperate people are extremely easy to manipulate. People should fear socialism the same way that they fear Nazism, and the fact that they don't shows how far the brain rot goes. The only way to beat this is to start by arming people with facts. If we can't turn this around, and turn this around soon, the country will start to look like the Soviet Union, or...
Okay, very well said, by the way, very well said, but I don't think you can educate people. I think these people are gone. You cannot turn these people around. The ones that are so locked in that they fervently believe that diversity is your strength. In the face of reality, in the face of train stabbings, in the face of people walking their dog and getting stabbed to pieces, in the face of their dance recitals getting invaded by a savage, right? They will then come out and say, well, actually, you know, these are terrible things. These are terrible things that have happened. But diversity is our strength, and that is something that we need to remember. It's like, no, okay, you've gone. You're gone. You're not a human being I can listen to. When you do things like that, you show how mental you are. And you've got people coming out recently especially with the train stabbings. And they're all coming out and saying, hey, what about this? And they show like a picture of a white guy that committed a crime, and they're trying to create some sort of justification for, or what's the word? They're trying to like link the two things together and say, well, if there's white people that commit crimes, so why does everyone flip out when a black guy goes on a train and stabs a bunch of people? A false equivalency. That's what they do. They create a false equivalency, and it's a brain rot, guys. It's mind numbing because you can't argue with that. It's so dumb that I actually struggle to even engage an intellectual thought around that, because it's like I have to drag myself all the way down to that level of retardation to be able to even understand how you could think that way. And I'm just not very experienced with being a retard. Anyway, well done, New York. This is what you're going to see on your streets soon. Welcome to Islam, because they've just won. I don't think you will ever be able to get rid of this guy. I think he will be the mayor for as long as he wants to be. As long as he wants to be, because he's captured the left. He's captured the identitarians. He's captured the people that hate the West, hate America. He's captured the Muslim vote. He's captured a lot of the Jewish vote. So good luck. He can do literally whatever he wants. He won't lose that seat. If you can't get rid of Gavin Newsom, you're not going to get rid of this guy. Absolutely not. And this is going to be your future. The Islamification of New York. Good luck with that. Congratulations. See you later.